Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zeng here, and we are back in the GBA. This is week 1, and we are up against, I want to say, the Tennessee Trubbish. Just want to make sure that name is right. Yep. And that's piloted by Deathly. And so I am back in the GBA. Wanted to try it out again. Obviously, I was in it last season, but I didn't do very well. I had a pretty okay start, but my team was really one-dimensional. So I wanted to definitely get in this one, mainly because it's also like an Ubers format, so I loved Ubers back in the day in Gen 4, so I wanted to give it a go and just get more singles experience in the draft league, especially moving forward into the next generation, because I want to do more of that, and I definitely want to improve. So, let's see what Deathly ended up bringing here. So you went for Kieran, Magnezone, Volk, Goth, Staraptor, and Feeny, so I was definitely expecting Feeny, Kiram, Volk, but I thought I was really expecting the Aggron to make an appearance here, as well as potentially now Ego. So interesting to see neither of those. Feeny is going to be quite annoying. So I didn't actually plan out like one specific lead because I wasn't exactly sure what he would want to go for. Now looking at this, I'm leaning towards. Let's see, Staraptor as a lead could be kind of scary. I am Scarf Mammalswine, and Scarf Mammal actually doesn't seem too bad here. It puts on offensive presence against everything, can one-shot a couple of the guys here. The other option would be the Aegislash. The only thing that really counters the Aegislash is the Volcarona. I could also go with Lopunny, but you know what? I'm going to go with Mammalswine. Alright, let's give it a go. So, yeah, really, it's a 10-week season, so obviously every week does matter, and yeah, last season, like, I started 2-2, and I was like pretty happy about that. I felt like I was improving every week, and then like combination of just me being really busy and not as invested into it meant that I ended up losing the rest of the game. So I really don't want to do that. I would definitely like to go 50%. Honestly, I'd be pretty happy about that. We're actually gonna see Feeny as a lead. Okay. Originally, I was thinking of bringing Azelf into this game. I do have Azelf on my roster, mainly just to go for a quick Stealth Rocks, but Feeny does have Haze, and so after seeing Feeny on the roster, I was like, okay, I don't know if I want to go with it nearly as much. I mean, this is an opportunity to just switch into Xurkitree or Aegislash. Let me first note down what he's brought. Feeny, Kiram. Okay, what do I want to do here? I'm going to double check Feeny's moveset because I don't know what it really does in singles too much. I imagine it's just like defog support with like Muddy Water, Scald, Nature's Madness. Let's see how much Earthquake does, because I should be able to take a Scald. Tapu Feeny, Mammalswine. Earthquake's not really that great here. Leaning towards just switching into Aegislash here. It's a pretty good defensive pivot. I want to scout out for what he goes for, so let's go for it. See, Feeny, Kiram. He's just gonna Scald. Okay. That doesn't do anything. Nice. So I'll take that. Feeny, Kiram. Yeah, I didn't expect Gothitelle either. Because I do have Aegislash, Volcarona, Staraptor, and what's the last one? Magnezone. This could be an opportunity for Magnezone to come in. I mean, I can launch a Shadow Ball. That's good against everything bar Staraptor. But I don't think Staraptor really does much against Aegislash anyway. So I think I'm just going to go for the Shadow Ball here. Get some damage off. This is Life Orb Aegislash as well, so it should do over 50% to almost anything. Wanted to maybe go for a prediction there, but it's too early in the game. I'm not sure it's worth it. And Feeny is going to switch out into Volcarona. Okay, yeah, I do have Head Smash, but I didn't go for it. I was thinking of it. But, like I said, a little bit early to be going for a prediction right now. That makes this next turn pretty interesting, though. Yeah, that's really solid damage. You know, Volk could take the opportunity to go for, like, a setup attack. Let's see, Volcarona's in around 40%. So you can tell I don't really have that many great fire resists. I could go for something like a Quiver Dance. Like Aegis / King shielding here, switching out is really obvious, right? I think it's the best play is probably just to switch out, but I am worried about eating a potential Z move. I don't have any great fire resists, as you can see. Yeah, maybe I should have just predicted and actually gone for the head smash, because Feeny isn't doing anything against Aegis Slash. So that was actually a pretty free opportunity to just get knockout immediately. It's just like, yeah, I could Z move. That's the main thing I'm worried about, because this is the Z user. I mean, I could switch into Rayquaza. That doesn't seem too bad. It's just that I would give up a Focus Sash, and I should pivot myself up for like a Rayquaza sweep in this game. The other option I'm considering is Lopunny. Yeah, I don't think Lopunny is as important in this game as I thought. Mainly because I mainly wanted it. You know what, yeah, I'm going to go into Lopunny, because if this is a Quiver Dance variant, I think this would be a pretty free time to Quiver Dance. I could just go for Fake Out and then Quick Attack. Alright, he's going to go for Fiery Dance. Okay, that's fine too. Yeah, we take that. So I don't even need a Fake Out here. I mean, you can just go for the straight Mega. And Feeny, Kyurem, Goth, Volk, Staraptor, and Magnezone. Seems like a pretty free opportunity to just go for a return here. Only thing I'd be worrying about is, I mean, you could switch in Goth, but 2 returns should do like, what, 75% or so? Is it better to switch here? It's the main thing I'm worried about coming in is Goth. Yeah, I'm okay just going for the Mega and the return here. Yep, he's going to swap into Staraptor. Okay, that's fine. I do regret not going for the head smash with Aegis Slash though, just because Feeny staying in there was rather unlikely. Ooh, wow, that does so much. Jeez. Enough that a Quick Attack will finish it off, so... Not bad right now. It's no Intimidate either. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for the Quick Attack here. Play it safe. I could have switched Lopunny out into Aegis Slash. That might have been okay, because I could see Staraptor switching out here. But I've got a bunch of Scarf users in the back, so kind of my goal in this game was to chip away at everything. He's actually just going to sack the Staraptor, so that was a really good turn. I mean, we basically got a free knockout. So, Staraptor is gone. KO'd by Lopunny. Obviously, so the restricteds are what I'm more scared of in this game. So I'm running a Dragon Dance Rayquaza, mainly because I felt like the speed would help against a lot of the things I was more concerned about. He ended up not going with a lot of the faster things, so it's maybe not as necessary. But Feeny's going to come back out. Okay. So you know Feeny can Scald, obviously. I mean, I could just switch back out into Aegis Slash. I think it's better to conserve the Lopunny. Like, it hits Magnezone, Kyurem for super effective. Yeah, I mean, it can really just clean up the game, so I think it's best to switch out here. Aegis Slash seems like a pretty free option. So let's go for that. Yeah, I just, like, if I can pivot myself in a game where Lopunny can just clean up the game, then that's ideal. And Feeny just goes for a Moonblast, so that's good. It does nothing. No special attack drop. Good. Okay, pretty ideal position right now. And now that Staraptor is KO'd, Shadow Ball does neutral to everything. So I don't see a reason not to just Shadow Ball here, because we've already got the chip damage off against Volk. It should two-shot everything with Life Orb. Yeah, he's just gonna Scald, okay. So 100 down to 66. That's 34. Nice. And that's a 2-shot. It's lefties as well. Okay. I guess I'd rather see leftovers than like a berry. King shielding here is pretty obvious on my end. So I'm wondering if he wants to maybe capitalize off this and switch out. I'm also thinking of just going straight out into Xurkitree. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to conserve Aegislash because I don't think Goth can really do anything against it, so I can just one-shot it. So I think here you probably just go for a Scald, right? You could also switch out, obviously. Like, the tricky thing about Aegislash is it wants to King Shield so many times. So you can pivot off that and get into a more offensive option. So do I expect Feeny to just attack here? King Shielding is definitely the safer option, but if Feeny switches out into Volk, like that's the main thing I'm worried about right now. Okay, if Feeny goes into Volk and I switch into Xurkitree, Volk just threatens me with the Z move. I think he probably Scald here. I also want to just put myself in a position where I can just clean up with Scarf Earthquake because I've gotten rid of Staraptor. I think I'm just going to play it safe here in King Shield and hope that he attacks. Even if he doesn't, it's not the end of the world. And he does attack, which is good. Okay, nice. Aegislash honestly isn't too important in this matchup for me, I think. Like, I just brought a lot of offensive options, so I'm okay with this. And I'm okay losing Aegislash this turn if I get another free Shadow Ball off against this Feeny. Because Feeny was one of the Pokemon I was actually more concerned about. Let's see, let me make sure my DS is charging. Good start, though. Hopefully no crit here. Nice. Okay, we do survive. I most likely lose Aegislash here, yeah, from the Life Orb recoil, but even if it brings Feeny down, yeah, it doesn't get the knockout. But I actually think that's better for me, because that means he doesn't get a free switch in. So I can go out into... going into Mamoswine here seems pretty safe, right? I can just click Earthquake. Let's see, Feeny's down to 10%. So it's got, we haven't seen Magnezone, Kyurem, and Goth right now. Those are the main things. I mean, alternatively, I really could just go into Rayquaza and go straight for a Dragon Ascent. I have a lot of options here. Yeah, like, so I ended up going with, like, all offensive options because I felt like straight offense, which is really good against this team. I could also go into Xurkitree. Now, my Xurkitree has Hidden Power Ground. But it's just, if I switch in Xurkitree, that's a pretty free switch into Kyurem. So I kind of want to just bring something that pressures everything. Lopunny might not be the bad answer, but I'm actually thinking of Rayquaza. Because I can just go straight for a Earthquake. Or a Dragon Ascent. Like, nothing on his team resists Dragon Ascent other than Magnezone. What about Kartana? If I bring in Kartana, the main thing I'm worried about is Magnezone coming in. And it's not like everything is in Sacred Sword KO range quite yet. I'm leaning towards Rayquaza right now. Yeah. I ended up putting V-Create on this specifically to deal with Aggron, which I really thought was going to make an appearance in this set. But no need for it at this point. So I could just Earthquake here. I'm leaning towards Dragon Ascenting. I mean, I could even go for a Dragon Dance. But I don't want to lose my Sash quite yet. So yeah, I think I'm just going to go for the Dragon Ascent. Yeah, he's just going to sack Feeny. So, Finny KO'd by Rayquaza. Okay, so we're down to the last 4. Volk, Magnezone, Kyurem, and God. So I've got Scarf Mamo in the back, so that can just Earthquake everything away. So ideally I want to chip away at everything, and I can just close out the game with Magnezone. feel like so far it's been a relatively straightforward game. Nothing too crazy going on, but I do feel like, yeah, I mean, not seeing Aggron is a huge relief. I was also kind of worried about Now Ego, so kind of happy to see neither of those make an appearance. I also am Scarf Cortana. Like, I was really worried about Scarf Kyurem, basically, so I was like, okay, let me like figure out as many tools as I can to beat Scarf Kyurem specifically. And Kyurem is going to finally make its appearance. Okay. Let's see. So that's the main threat. If I get rid of the Kyurem, I think I'll win the game. So this is a Dragon Dance variant, not a... So the main thing I'm curious about is... Let's see, Rayquaza. Is this max speed Scarf Kyurem? Because if not, what I can do is just Dragon Dance and then Dragon Scent. And that has an over 50% chance to knock out. Even if you are Scarf max speed, you would still need to win the speed tie. So I kind of like, I mean, maybe it's better just to Dragon Ascent here though, because then it puts it in Kartana KO range. Let's see, if you're not Scarfed, then we speed tie. And if you are Scarfed, you lock yourself into probably Ice Beam. Maybe it's better just to Dragon Ascent here, because I'm ahead right now. Yeah, let's just Dragon Ascent. And the fact we go first indicates to me we speed tie at worst, which is good, because this should be a 2-shot. Yeah, that's really good damage. Nice. So you're going to go for just an Ice Beam. Okay, so hopefully no freeze. Okay, nice. And it's Life Orbed. Okay, that makes my life so much easier. I was really worried about Scarf. So much to the point where I Scarfed everything on my team. But the fact that it's Life Orb means Lopunny, Mamoe, and Kartana will outspeed. To be honest, Dragon Dancer would have just won me the game, but I was worried enough about the Scarf that I didn't want to go for it. Because if it is Scarfed and it wins the speed tie, then I'm in some trouble. So I'd rather just go for the consistent damage. That's fine. We might be speed tying here, but I'm just going to go for the Dragon Ascent. Yeah, we do speed tie. Okay. Slightly unfortunate that I lost that one, because the first one didn't matter, so that was the one that was more important. But that's okay. Especially because Kyurem is so low now, and we know it's not Scarfed. Seems like a free opportunity to just bring in Lopunny and return. But the main thing is I want to chip away. Yeah, Dragon Dance probably would have been better, but I was worried enough about the Scarf. I could also bring in Kartana, but once again, like, I don't want to bring that out until Magnezone chipped away a little bit more. This is Shadow Tag God. I do have to be worried about Trick Room. I should have played better against the Goth, actually, because losing Aegislash means that I don't really have a great answer against a late game Trick Room. I do have Fake Out on Lopunny, which relieves some pressure, though, which is good. But let's see who I want to bring in, because I think he most likely just sacks whatever. I'm leaning towards Mamo and just Earthquaking, but that would give away that I'm Scarfed. I could also bring in the Kartana. Who to go for? Who to go for? Okay, I have so many offensive options here. It's like all of these could be decent switch-ins. It's just which one puts on the most pressure against everything. Leaning towards Kartana, honestly. No, but the Magnezone's still scary enough that I have to deal with it. I'll go with Mamo. And I think I'm just going to Earthquake here, yeah. Yeah, I think if we win that speed tie, the game probably just ends there, but Dragon Dance would have been better earlier. I was so scared about the Scarf. And I figured I'd be okay with consistent damage, but now the threat of Trick Room God with the late game sweep is scaring me. That being said, a fake out and a quick attack will knock out both Kirim and Volcarona at this point. And Trick Room in singles obviously runs out faster. It's just not like I don't have protect on things. He's actually going to conserve the Kirim, interesting. So probably Goth? Yeah. Kirim has like 1 hit left in it. It's pretty solid damage from EQ actually. It's a 3-shot. Yeah, I can't do anything because I'm locked into Earthquake, so I gotta go for that. So if there's no Trick Room, the game's over, I think. But I very much expect a Trick Room right now. Oh, he's just reflecting. Wow. Okay, well, given that there's no Trick Room, I think we should just win now. I think Mamo just sweeps through everything. The question is whether single target with Reflect knocks out Volk. Let's see, Mammal Swine. Volcarona. Yeah, I think it should. Unless I get a really low roll where it's really bulky. But I'm really relieved to not see a Trick Room there. Let's see. So Goth is at, what, 20% now? Kirim's at 10, Volk's 40-ish. So yeah, I think everything might just be in Earthquake KO range, and even if not, I think Kartana and Lopunny can close this out. Like, I just ended up bringing things that were all faster, because I was like, speed should win the game here for me. I think knocking out Staraptor early on was really big for me. Let's see. I'm trying to run through all the options of how I can lose this still. Who do we have in the back? We've got Kartana, which we haven't revealed yet at all, and Xurkitree. And the Kartana has Scarf too, so that would outspeed everything. So he's just going to give up Goth, okay? That makes sense. Hoppitail, KO'd by Mammal Swine. So he's down to his last 3. Volcarona at 40%-ish, Kirim, and Magnezone. Yeah, Magnezone's the one coming out right now. I think I just win if I Earthquake here, because even if he's going to be sturdy, right? But then Kartana can just... I have Aerial Ace, and Aerial Ace should knock out everything at this point, even with Reflect. So I think I just EQ here again, yeah. Mamoswine really putting in work. I almost didn't bring it too. So let's see what item he is. He's just going to Flash Cannon as expected. I wonder if we survive this. Any chance? No. But that sets up Kartana to just win this game now. Yeah, I think I just Aerial Ace away. Let me just double check Aerial Ace's damage against Volcarona. Oh yeah, with Reflect up, that definitely should. So I think we just close out the game with the Aerial Ace now. Yeah, Goth didn't do as much as I expected it to, and the Mamoswine EQ damage was really good against it too. I thought it would be doing like 30% or so, but I guess I'm too used to VGC where you've got the spray damage, and yeah, I think Kart should just close this one out now, especially with Beast Boost, so because nothing is scarfed on his end, it should just be some clean knockouts. So Magnezone KO'd by Kartana. Yeah, I don't think Volk and Kirim, neither of these can take Scarf Kartana. And yeah, I Scarfed the Kartana because I was worried about Scarf Volk and Scarf Kirim. So I was like, okay, Kart doesn't one-shot those, but it does a lot to both. Let me just double check that I am max speed. Should be max speed, but... Oh, it's not, sorry, but it's enough to outspeed Jolly Volk, or sorry, Timid Volk. So, yep, even if it's got a Koba Berry, I think we get the knockout now. I'm actually curious about that. Let's see, Koba Berry. Yeah, it doesn't end up needing it. Nice. So Kart cleaning up the game here for us. The Scarf users ended up really helping out, especially because he didn't end up having a Scarfer. in building for this team, the main things I was concerned about was Trick Room from Goth, Aggron, which I'm still kind of surprised didn't make an appearance. Potentially the Hoopa Unbound, because I wasn't really sure how to play around that. It's definitely put in some work against me in VGC before, or the MBL. And obviously the Kyurem, but I think trading all the damage on Rayquaza for Kyurem was really good for us. And yeah, Scarftana here just really closes things out. Otherwise, yeah, I brought Xurkitree. I was thinking of Magmortar specifically to deal with the Aggron, but I ended up Z-ing my Xurkitree, so Z-move Xurkitree can just one-shot Mega Aggron. It's got Tail Glow as well, and Xurkitree really sweeps through if you can pave the way for it. So Cortana here is just going to finish things off. Some Scarf Aerial Aces. Aerial Ace is actually one of the sickest animations I've seen, and we will get a clean 3-0 win for our first game in the MBL for Season 9. Not MBL, GBA, sorry. So, yeah, my goal this season is really to definitely at least go positive, go even or positive, and just learn as much as I can. I feel like that game was relatively straightforward. I never made any really ridiculous predictions, but I had the opportunity to play safe because I felt like I had a pretty good team advantage, and yeah, we had a good lead right from the start. So I was worried about the Volcarona, of course, but getting all that damage off and having all these really fast sweepers really just ended up pulling through. So I'm pretty happy about that, happy about how the draft worked, and yeah, good game to Deathly, excuse me, and we'll catch you guys next time for week 2 of the GBA. So yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. All right, peace.